Hey everyone, Joe from On AV on a Vinyl back with another 12 things that shouldn't be here video. It's been a little bit since I've done one of those. Been trying a couple different things, some live streams, a few different things. You know, I like to do these. I appreciate the fact that you watch them. For those that do, I guess if you're watching, you know you watch them. Never mind, you know what I mean. Anyway, lots of cool new stuff going on. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff out in the bins. We had our Turntable Tuesday opening last Tuesday. Lots of stuff went out that night, but there's still lots here. We've moved things around a little bit. If you come in and you're looking for something specific, or you're looking for where it used to be, it's not that far away, but we've got the new used arrivals are in the very first bin and the half of the second bin. We've got the new Don't Miss Used section. That's something that I started up. That's some things that I think you want to make sure that you see when you're here. Of course, we want you to go and have a look through everything, but there's just a few that I put in there. We've expanded the country section. We've got a whole bunch of great country music that people have been coming in and looking for. We've got a whole bunch of the classics. We don't have a lot of the newer bro country, is that right? I don't know if that's right. Whatever you want to call it. We don't have much of that, but we've got some great 80s stuff, some 70s, and even back to some 60s. Lots of Dolly Parton, Merle Haggard, Alabama, lots of that. Got a nice selection of jazz that has come in the last little while as well. Plus, we've got this. And I'm not sure if you're looking for a Christmas present still. And I'm not sure who would be the best person to get this, but how about that? I'm going to leave it at that. I came across that one the other day. I forgot that that was here. Anyway, that's usually in the various section, so you can pick that one up. But speaking of jazz, you know, we've got Dave Brubeck. I've talked about this one before. Time out. If you don't have this album, you should. And if you have this album and you have a bad copy, this is a good copy. Make sure you have this album. Whether you're a jazz fan or not, you know, as I've gotten older, my taste has changed a bit. Definitely something I would not have listened to 25 years ago, but currently it's fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic album all the time. It just took me a while to actually smarten up to listen to something like that. So, all right, what else? Ortophon dealer. I've mentioned it before. I'll mention it again. We can get you a cartridge. We can install said cartridge for you. We can get, this happens to be a blue, but we can get the whole line in. Let us know. And Bowers & Wilkins, we've got headphones, but we've also got lots of their speakers for you to come in and have a listen to, along with other things. We've got our reggae turntables, we've got our Anthem amplifiers, we've got our Denon amplifiers, lots for you to come in and look at. We've even got 98-inch TVs, which I've told you about before. Anyway, okay, so that's enough. 12 things that shouldn't be here. Look, this is arbitrarily just my decisions as I go through and pick out 12 things that I think are a great deal and or an album that people should listen to. It's kind of run-of-the-mill standard stuff, nothing crazy, but you know, as I said, I like to do these, and hopefully you get a little something out of them. So without further ado, the 12 things currently that should not be here. I don't know if there's any theme to them this time or not, but we'll just do it. Wings, Venus and Mars. This is a great album. I don't need to say that. Obviously, if I picked it out as one of the 12 things that shouldn't be here, I already know, or I already think it's a great album. You may not think it's a great album, but Paul McCartney and Wings, obviously, $10, great shape. It's got the posters. It's got everything in it. So, there you go. It's got the custom inner sleeves, all that good stuff. Of course, everything $5 or over, as I've mentioned before, gets a poly outer sleeve. Everything $7 or over also gets a really nice new inner sleeve. Away you go. So, Venus and Mars from Paul McCartney and Wings. One of the 12 things that shouldn't be here anymore. Up next, a little Van Morrison and Them. This has Gloria, Here Comes the Night, along with other. It's good stuff. That early British rock and roll. Here Comes the Night. I was riding in a car a while ago with someone who had only ever heard the Streetheart version of that. I was a little surprised. I thought they would have known the Them version. But anyway, there you go. Van Morrison and Them. Got that one at $20. Nice clean copy of that. Come on in for that. What's up next? I think I pointed this one out when I was live on our Turntable Tuesday night. It is Tuesday as I'm recording this, so make sure you're listening to Turntable Tuesday if you're in your car or you don't have somewhere that you can play an album. On our Jack 94.5 friends Sean and Jen's afternoon show between 3 and 6, they play vinyl on the air the way it used to be. Back in the old days, like when I was a DJ. Anyway, Nina Simone sings the blues if you're looking for some fantastic vocal as well as some fantastic arrangement. Nina Simone sings the blues, $35, nice price on that one. And away you go, nice and clean copy of that one. Up next, a little Black Sabbath. What can I say about Black Sabbath? This is the Ronnie James Dio era. That's a pretty spooky album cover. I guess it was just Halloween, so that makes makes some sense. No, that doesn't make sense. What I just said doesn't make sense. Anyway, spooky album cover. Somewhere down here it's supposed to say Ozzy or something. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on this album cover. Come in, have a look at it. Come in, pick it up, and figure it out for yourself. All right, up next, a little easy listening, a little snuggling up music. A little candlelight and wine music, Anita Baker. And this is, of course, Rapture. $10, in great shape, great album for what it is. Again, if that's something that you enjoy listening to, great. If it's something that you've been thinking about enjoying listening to, there you go, Bob's your uncle. All right, a little sharp contrast from the Black Sabbath, though. Yeah, those two don't necessarily go together unless your dinner party is very eclectic, which it could be. All right, here's one that I pulled out and then thought about, well, maybe not. And then I brought it back out again, because this is a really, really good album. Unfortunately, the last one from John Lennon. And unfortunately, it's got a lot of Yoko Ono on it as well. Which, no offense if you're a fan. I'm just not a fan. I know that's the way John liked to do his albums once he started hanging out with Yoko. But anyway, the last album from John Lennon and Yoko Ono as well. Double Fantasy. Very, very good album just before he passed away, unfortunately. Up next, Elvis Costello and the Attractions. This is a very, very good album as well. I know I keep saying that, and I don't necessarily need to say that. That's almost like my wife and I are big car fans. And we watch the Barrett-Jackson car auctions. And we actually have to put $1 in the jar every time we say, oh, that's a nice car. Well, yeah, that's why it's there. Well, that's a good album. Well, yeah, that's why you pulled it out, dumbass. $5, nice copy of Elvis Costello and the Attractions. Come on in for that one. This is an artist that I have talked about. I'm not sure how much I've talked about on here, on this channel. On Wednesday evenings, my buddy Rob and I from Northern Revolutions, check him out on YouTube, we do a live stream for a couple of hours every Wednesday night. And we have different topics. Each week it's different. Last week it was the 80s. This week it's going to be one-hit wonders. We've done a lot of different things. But we talked about female artists a while ago. And both he and I, and others that have been our guests, have mentioned the fact that Linda Ronstadt deserves way more credit or way more notoriety. More people should know about Linda Ronstadt. Now, I think part of why there is always some Linda Ronstadt around in the shop and in other places that I've been is because she sold a whole bunch of records and a lot of people did enjoy her music. But this is definitely a great album. This is Greatest Hits. This is not Volume 1 because they didn't know there was going to be a Volume 2, but there is a Volume 2. I'm not positive we had it. I don't know if we've got one right now. But anyway, an artist that you should certainly check out if you're not familiar with. I think she's fantastic. And this is Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. And it's $7. And really, you cannot go wrong for $7. You give it a shot. If you don't like it, you find a friend that likes it. You find a friend you give it to, away you go. And someone else gets to enjoy the music as well. I believe I have mentioned here that I'm going to see Bruce Springsteen. And I'm actually going to see Bruce Springsteen next week, a week away from today. Depends when you watch this. Anyway, I'm going to see Bruce Springsteen in the next little while. I am super excited. He's the artist that I have not seen that I've listened to the longest. Still, from what I understand, puts on a fantastic show. He was on Howard Stern a while ago. I watched a little bit of that. The band sounds great. It is the band. It's not Clarence, but it's Clarence's son, etc. So this is not my favorite Bruce Springsteen album, but it's up there. There's really no bad Bruce Springsteen album. My favorite is Darkness on the Edge of Town, which we don't currently have a copy in stock of. But anyway, The River, $15. Great, great, fantastic double album from Bruce. It kind of goes all over the place. You got Cadillac Ranch and you got a whole bunch of other things going on. So there's a fantastic album for you to come in and pick up. Now, up next, Buddy Holly. And this is a greatest hits of Buddy Holly and the Crickets. 20 Golden Greats, $10. Another fantastic artist that we lost way too soon, but you can come in and you can pick up some Buddy Holly greatest hits. This is a great album from the Electric Light Orchestra, and I'm going to bring it in close because I need to see how much time I got left. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'll wrap this up shortly. Out of the Blue, ELO. If for nothing else, you know, you want to get this just for, well, you know, a couple of songs. The song that I can't remember, why can't I remember? And now I'm not going to edit it. Good Lord. I love the song, Mr. Blue Skies. There you go. Good Lord. My toque is on too tight this morning. Anyway, come in and pick up Out of the Blue. Wow. Joe, you're losing it, buddy. I know, that's okay. And now you're also talking to yourself. All right, and last but not least, this is a great movie. And if you get this movie, you can come and you can watch it on a great 98-inch television, or other sizes. We have other sizes as well. We have, you know, everything from 32-inch up to 98-inch. But anyway, it's also a fantastic album and soundtrack. This could have stood alone without the movie. This, I think, would have been just a fantastic, great album made in the 80s of a bunch of 50s style music. It's great. Eddie and the Cruisers, $10. Come on in and get that John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. All right, so that's going to do it. Lots and lots of great stuff. We've got new, we've got used, we've got some new stuff coming in. I'll do a video about that next week when that is in. Yeah, there you go. Don't forget, again, Bowers & Wilkins headphones, as well as many different styles of B&W speakers. Portaphone, used albums, new albums, TVs, turntables, all that good stuff. Come in and see us. 1355 Cornwall. We are here Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We'll have our off hours sale sometime this month, and I'll let you know when that comes up. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.